Hush. Well, folks, hopefully, I'm sorry about the delay there. Uh, there you go. Let's get a little bit of music in. Welcome to Sports Time Machines Baseball Night in America. I didn't have my mic on. Tonight, the 2012 St. Louis Cardinals coming in with a record of 2-2, taking on the 1986 Mets coming with a record of 2-2. Tonight's pitchers will be Chris Carpenter for the St. Louis Cardinals and Doc Gooden pitching for the New York Mets, start of the season. Here's your starting lineup for the Cardinals. David Eckstein lead off at short. Ronnie Belliard batting second at second. Albert Pujols will bat third at first. Scott Rowland batting fourth at third. Juan Castrillon batting fifth and right. Preston Wilson batting sixth in center. He plays for Jim Edmonds, who's out with injury. Batting seventh is the catcher, Yadier Molina. Batting eighth is the left fielder, Sai Saguchi. And batting ninth is the pitcher, Chris Carpenter. The Mets defense is going to be Danny Heap in left. He gets the start in left just because his defense is better than Kevin Mitchell. And Mookie Wilson's defense is better, but he has like a +3 arm left. So I'm going to go with a little better defense and a left-handed bat against the heavy right-handed Chris Carpenter. Center fielder will be Dykstra. Right field will be Strawberry. Then it's Knight, Santana, Backman, Hernandez. Right-handed pitcher on the mound, so Backman and Dykstra start. Carter behind the plate. And on the mound is the doctor, Doc Gooden. His last start was a complete game, 5-hitter, 6 strikeouts. He did give up a home run. It was the loner of the ball game was a home run as the Mets defeated the Oakland Athletics in the only win of that series. So David Eckstein is ready. The New York Mets is ready. Strat Super League is back on the air. And let's do it from Shea. As David Eckstein gets ready to start off. Eckstein hitting .267, 15 at-bats. No doubles, triples, or homers. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the windup, and here's the first pitch. And that's a walk to Eckstein. So Eckstein's on with a walk. Mets will bring the corners in. Eckstein probably with good speed numbers as Gooden is a +4. There'll be a +2 to run for Gooden. Let's see if Eckstein has numbers. He does, and good numbers. He gets picked on a 10, though. So we'll see. It's an 8% chance of getting picked off. Let's see if Gooden picks him off, does not get the lead. So Eckstein will stay put. Here's Ronnie Belliard. He's hitting .118, 17 at-bats, and a double. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Belliard. And that's a strikeout for Gooden, Lord Charles. And now here's Albert Pujols. He's hitting .438, 2 doubles, and 3 runs batted in. He steps up. He's really a heavy right-handed hitter this season. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's a pitch to Albert. And that's a ground ball to second. Backman has it. Goes to first, and there's 2 away. So Eckstein moves to second. And now here is the third baseman, Scott Rowland, hitting .375 through 16 at-bats. Has 2 doubles and 4 runs batted in. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Runner on second and 2 out. The pitch to Rowland. And that's a line drive to Santana to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk. 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It is St. Louis 0 and the New York Mets coming up the bat. For the Cardinals, Chris Carpenter on the mound. His last start was a no decision, went 8 innings, 9 hits, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. ERA 2.25. Again, a solid number 1 starter. For the Cardinals defensively, Taguchi, Wilson, and Castrillon. Again, no Edmonds out there. Gives the Cardinals a real sore throw in center, and Wilson, he's a 4. Rowland, Eckstein, Belliard, Pujols, then Molina, a young Yadier Molina behind the plate. And on the mound is Chris Carpenter. Bottom of the first here at Shea Stadium. Here comes Nails, Lenny Dykstra. 1 second, folks. It's a double and 2 triples. Left-handed batter. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter with the windup, the pitch to Dykstra. That's a fly ball, shallow center. Preston Wilson is there, makes the catch. There's 1 away. Here's the second baseman, Wally Backman. He's hitting 417, 12 at bats, has a double and a ribby. Bats from the left hand side. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter with the windup. Here's a pitch to Backman, and that is a base hit for Backman. So he continues his hot hitting. He's on at first with one out, and he'll bring up Keith Hernandez. -1 for Carpenter, -4 for Molina. So it's going to be a tough stolen base opportunities for Wally Backman. Gets that on a 6-8, one of this series through 7 at bats. Still has 1 RBI, but has walked twice. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter working from the stretch. Runner on first, 1 out. Pitch to Hernandez. That's a fly ball right field, and Carcion there makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here is Gary Carter hitting 118, 17 at bats, a home run and 4 RBIs. That home run came in the first game of the series. Hit a grand salami. So Carter to bat, 2 outs here in the first. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch and the pitch. That's a ground ball to third. Roland picked it up. That should be an easy out for Roland. Throws across the diamond and gets him. And the first inning is over. We played 1 here at St. Louis, nothing, and the New York Mets, nothing. For the Cardinals, Encarnacion, Wilson, and Molina. The bat for the Cardinals here in the second. Second inning of baseball here at Shea. This is the Strat Super Teams League. Encarnacion, the batter, hitting 429, 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball center field. Dykstra there. He's going to have to come in on it. Tough play for Lenny. Puts the glove up and makes the catch for the first out. Here is Preston Wilson hitting 167, 6 at-bats, and a couple strikeouts. Again, he's in the lineup with the injury to Jimmy Edmonds. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup. Here's the pitch to Preston Wilson. And that's a base hit to left field. So Preston Wilson with a base hit. We'll see if he gets some good numbers. That is a +2 to Preston Wilson's first number. Let's see what Wilson's lead rating is. He is going to get the lead on a 6 and is a 19. So it's a 17 first number if he can get it. But he only gets it on a 6. 14% says no, he doesn't. So it's only 55%. So now runner on first with 1 out. First hit of the ball game for the Cardinals. Here is Yadier Molina. Molina hitting 215 at bats and 2 doubles. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball down the first. Hernandez gloves it, takes it to the bag himself, and Wilson will move to second. Runner on second and 2 outs. Here is Sai Taguchi hitting 143 through 14 at bats and a ribby. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden looking in from the stretch. Wilson in scoring position from second and 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Taguchi. And Taguchi hits a drive to left center field. That could be trouble. Wilson has to play it off the wall. Wilson will score from second. Taguchi will have a double, and the Cardinals lead it 1-0. So Taguchi with an RBI double, and here is Chris Carpenter. So Carpenter, the batter, runner on second and 2 outs. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to second. Backman, tough play from second. Is he going to get it? No, he lets it get past him for a base hit and will score the run. So Taguchi will score from second. An RBI for Carpenter, and the Cardinals lead it 2-0. So now here is David Eckstein. Walked his first time up. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to third. Knight comes up with it. He goes across the diamond and makes the play, and that's it. But the Cardinals do get 2. We'll to the bottom of the second. St. Louis 2, and the New York Mets nothing. We go here. And again, this is the Matic Super Teams League. This is game 2 game. So we go back. Here is Darryl Strawberry hitting 286, 14 at-bats, a double homer, and 5 RBIs. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Strawberry, and he walked him. So let's see what they do with Strawberry. Again, with the major hold with Yadier, it makes it really tough for Strawberry to run. So Strawberry will get a lead, but won't be going. Molina puts down the sign. Ray Knight hitting 333 and RBI. Carpenter from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Knight. And that ball is hit into the gap for a base hit. Strawberry to third. Knight with the base hit. And the Mets have something going. First and third, nobody out. And now here is Danny Heap. 7 at-bats, hitting 286. Will bat from the left-hand side. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch. First and third, nobody out, and the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Danny Heap. He does the job. Strawberry scores. Knight goes to third. Cardinals now lead it 2-1. RBI, Danny Heap. First and third, nobody out. Here's Rafael Santana. No hits and 14 at-bats. The Cardinals will play the infield back, but I don't like that decision, to be honest. So let's see what we'll do here. Since I'm controlling both teams, I'm bringing the infield in to show Rafael Santana cannot get a hit. First and third, nobody else. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch. First and third. And there's a ground ball to third. No double play on it. They'll go to first and to play. So it's one out. With one out, now with runners at second and third, here's Doc Gooden. And again, they are going to play the infield in. So again, the Cardinals forcing the infield in here. Second and third, one out. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch. Second and third, one out. Pitch to Gooden. And that's a strikeout for Gooden. There's 2 outs, and then the Cardinals will now move back. Here's Lenny Dykstra. Flied out his last time up. Mets have second and third, 2 outs. Cardinals lead by a run here in the second. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch looks back at Knight. Here's the pitch from Carpenter. And that will be a fly ball right field. And Carcerion makes the catch. And the Mets get 1 in the second. Let's go to the third. St. Louis 2 and the New York Mets 1. Top of the third here in Shea Stadium. Here at Shea. Top of the third, Ronnie Belliard, followed by Albert Pujols and Scott Rowland. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden working from the windup. Here's a pitch to Belliard. And that's a line drive that night for the first out. Here's Albert Pujols. Albert, first time up, grounded out. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden looks in. Here's the windup Albert Pujols. And Albert hits a drive to deep left field. Back goes he, plays it against the wall. Albert round first in the second with a stand-up double. So a stand-up double for Pujols with 1 out. Here's Scotty Rowland. Lined out his first time up. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to Rowland. And that is a base hit for Rowland. That's an RBI. Pujols will score from second. And the Cardinals lead it 3-1. So Rowland's on at first. And here is Juan Encarnacion. Flied out his first time up. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden now working from the stretch. He is laboring. Here's the pitch to Juan. And that is a strike him out. Big strikeout for Gooden. Second out here in the third. Here's Preston Wilson. 1 for 1 with the run scored. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden working from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 out. Pitch to Preston Wilson. Ground ball to third. Knight the back. That does it and retires aside. Cardinals score 1 in the third. Let's head to the bottom of the third. Cardinals 3. New York Mets 1. Mets now step up to the plate here, see if they can do something. Here's Wally Backman, followed by Keith Hernandez and Gary Carter. Backman singled his first time up. He's been hot with the bat. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Backman. And that's a ground ball short. Eckstein should have it. Comes up with it, throws a strike for the first out. Here's Keith Hernandez. He flied out his first time up. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter gets it from Molina. Here's the big windup to Keith Hernandez. Ground ball to short. Again hit at Eckstein. Comes up, throws a strike for the second out. Here's the catcher, Gary Carter. 2 outs for Carter. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter looks in with a big windup from Carpenter. Carter. And that's a fly ball to center. That's trouble for Preston Wilson. He may let that one drop. He may not get to it. And it's a base hit. Drops in front of Preston Wilson. So Carter's on the base hit. Keeps the inning going, and here's Darryl Strawberry. Walked his first time up. Mets down to the tying runner at the plate. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter working on. Cardinals 3 runs on 5 hits. The Mets 1 run on 4 hits. And Molina. And that's a line drive. Knight with a stab in the first out. So here's Taguchi. He double puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup and the pitch to Taguchi. And that is a ground ball to third. Knight comes up with it, gets it, throws it across the diamond. There's 2 outs. 2 outs in the fourth. And here is Chris Carpenter. He'll bat here on the fourth with 2 outs. Carpenter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup and pitch to Carpenter. And that's a fly ball to center. Dykstra there makes the catch, and the Cardinals are done in the fourth. Let's head to the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals 3, New York Mets 1. Sports Time Machine presents the Strat Super Teams League. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. Here's Ray Knight. He's 1 for 1. Again, a hot bat for these Mets. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter with the big windup and pitch to Knight. And that's a ground ball to short. Epstein throws it across the diamond for out number 1. Here's Danny Heap, 1 for 1, had a big base hit his last time up, drove in a run. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter nods. Here's a windup and pitch to Heap. And that's just missed it. Fly ball right field. And Carcerion backs up, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's the shortstop, Rafael Santana. For his last 15 now. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter looks in with a big windup and pitch to Santana. And that's a strikeout for Carpenter, and the Mets are done in the fourth. As we go to the 5th inning. David Vega. How you doing? Welcome. Take on 3-1 St. Louis. Eckstein, Billiard, Pujols for the Cardinals. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden with the windup. Here's the pitch to Eckstein. And that's a base hit for Eckstein as he continues his hot hitting. So Eckstein's on. Let's see if he has a chance to maybe steal a base here. Gooden's got to look him at close. Eckstein can get picked. Let's see if he gets it. No, he does not get the lead. Runner on first and nobody out. Here's Ronnie Belliard. Belliard only 1 hit in his last 19 at bats. Struggling with the bat. They're not going to. Cardinal puts down the sign. Good in from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Belliard. And Belliard. And now here's King Albert. 1 for 2 with doubles last time up in 18 at bats. He has 3 doubles and 3 ribbies. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Pitch. Step. Albert. And that is going to be a line drive. Deep left field for Albert. That's trouble for Dykstra. He's the one that got him at the plate. A great throw. It was Dykstra to Santana Carter. So the Cardinals gun down at the plate. Pujols takes second base on the double. And now there's 2 outs. And here's Scotty Rowland. So Carter puts down the sign. Gooden got a break there. Gooden from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Rowland. And Rowland with a line drive base hit. Pujols will go to third, stays right there. Dykstra gets it back in. And the Cardinals have first and third and 2 outs. Boys, that throw it at the plate big now. Here's Juan Carcerion. Again, Jim Edmonds is out for injury on this team. Incarceracion through 16 at-bats, has 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 0 for 2 today, so his bat has been hot. First and third, 2 away. Gooden trying to get out of this 5th inning. Carter puts down a sign. Gooden from the stretch. First and third, 2 outs. Pitch to Incarceracion. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Gooden, and the Cardinals are down. They strand 2. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-1 Cardinals. Holy cow. So bottom of the 5th here. The Mets trying to inch their way back, and it's going to be Gooden, Dykstra, Backman. Gooden will bat here in the 5th. It's still early. Molina puts down a sign. Carpenter with the windup. Here's a pitch to Gooden, and that's a strikeout for Carpenter. Gets his 4th of the day. Here's Dykstra. He's 0 for 2, couple flyouts. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter looks in. Here's the windup to Dykstra. And Dykstra, the line drive, deep right center field. That could be trouble. Wilson plays up against a hop. Dykstra around first. He'll get in the second with a double. A 1-out double for Lenny Dykstra. So now here's Wally Backman. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit. Through 14 at-bats, Backman hitting a very high 429. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter working from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch to Backman. And that's a base hit for Backman. Dykstra around third. He'll score. RBI Wally Backman. It's 3-2 Cardinals. Big RBI for Wally. So here's Hernandez. He steps up. He's 0 for 2 against his former mates. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Pitch to Hernandez. And Hernandez walks. And the Mets got 2 on and 1 out here in the 5th. Here's the catcher, Gary Carter. Hit a grand slam in the first game of the series, hitting a paltry 158, a home run, and 4 ribbies. Yes, Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Carter. And that's a catch X. That's Yachty. Can Yachty make the play? He does. It's not a pop-up. There's 2 outs. 3-2 Cardinals. 2 outs in the 5th. Here is Strawberry. Boy, do the Cardinals. Nope, not with Ray Knight on deck. You don't bring in a lefty here. First and second, 2 outs. Carpenter's got to try to get out of this 5th inning. Molina puts down the sign. Here's the pitch to Strawberry. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Carpenter. Mets get 1 in the 5th, but they strand 2. Let's head to the 6th. Cardinals 3 and the Mets 2. So 3-2 here at top of the 6th inning. Preston Wilson followed by Molina and Taguchi here in the 6th. Gooden puts down the sign. Carter gives in. Here's the pitch to Preston Wilson. And that's a ground ball back to Gooden. He's got it. Throws out Hernandez for out number 1. And now here's Yachty. Yachty hitting 176 now. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden nods. Here's the pitch from the doctor. And that is a fly ball left field. That's why Heap's in the game. Let's see if he makes a running catch on this. He comes over. Oh, it's over Heap's head. Molina will head to second with a double and stay there. So a double from Molina on a fielder's check on Heap. So runner on second, 1 out. Here's Taguchi. 1 for 2 with a double. He had an RBI knock double in the second. Gooden out there in the 6th. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Taguchi. Ground ball to second. Backman's got it. Molina the 3rd throws him out at first. There's 2 outs. And now here's Chris Carpenter. He'll have to bat here in the 6th. You don't see pinch hitting for him. Carpenter pitching really well right now. Carter puts down the sign. Gooden working from the stretch. Runner on 3rd and 2 out. Pitch to Carter. And got a big strikeout for Gooden to end the Cardinals 6. Let's go to the bottom of the 6. Cardinals 3 and the New York Mets 2. What a ball game, folks. Here, bottom of the 6th inning, the Cardinals and the Mets. 2000. Knight, Heap, Santana, and a possible pinch hitter for Gooden if it gets that far. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter looks in. Here's the pitch to Knight. Knight 1 for 2 and a walk to Knight. That's a big lead-off walk for Knight. Now here's Heap. Oh, baby, what do you do there? Boy, Tony La Russa looks at his bullpen. A heavy R in Heap. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter working from the stretch. Runner on first, nobody out. Pitch to Heap. And Danny Heap with a base hit to right field. Knight will go to third. First and third Mets. First and third, nobody out. Carpenter, the Cardinals will bring the infield in and pitch to Rafael Santana again. He's 0 for his first 16. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter looks in. Ray Knight hopefully will not be going on contact here, but he might. We'll see. Let's see what the Mets call here. First and third. Carpenter working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Santana. And that's a pop up the first. Santana throws his bat down. Albert with the catch, and there's one away. And now here's the good doctor, Doc Gooden. They're going to play him. They're going to play the mid back. So Eckstein and Belliard are going to look for 2. Roland and Pujols are in case Doc hits one at the corners. 1 out in the 6th. Cardinals lead at 3-2. So, oh, wait a minute. It's not going to be Doc. Who am I kidding? Bottom of 6th inning. Mets need a big hit, and they're going to call somebody else on. And it's going to be Lee Mazzilli. So Lee Mazzilli will grab a bat, I believe. Let's see if he's the bat I want in this game. Let's go with Mookie Wilson. And here comes Mookie. Mookie Wilson, the batter. So Gooden is done after going 6 innings. First and third, 1 out. The Cardinals will bring the infield totally back. You know what? I don't like that decision. Let's see. Our resident Cardinal fan, David Vega. David, I'm sure you're still here. So the Cardinals bring the infield in, play corners in, or go completely back and go for a double play here. It's a bottom of 6th inning, 3-2 ball game. Cardinals lead. Dun, 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 dun. What would you do, David? First and third, 1 out. Can the New York Mets tie this game, or do you play infield in, cut the run off the plate, or do you play back and hopefully get a double play on the quick Mookie? What do you do, David, if you're still here? Mookie. And the Flushing fans are going crazy just like they did at the 1986 World Series as Mookie folks. Hang on 1 second. I know you said play in, David. My system went down on me, so hang on 1 second, please. So we're going to go ahead and get the system back up again real quick. Everybody has a place to leave. So there we go. Game back. Hope you can still hear me. So play in. So let's go ahead and play in. So let's see. So play in. So here we go. Cardinals will play in. First and third, 1 out, Mookie. Mookie sends one through the infield. If Mookie rolls a 2-6 here, by the way. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch. Here's the big pitch of the game. Chris Carpenter. Strike him out. Big strikeout for Chris Carpenter. There's 2 outs. And now here is Dykstra. So now what do the Cardinals do? Oh, my. So, again, they don't have a true lefty. Johnson is, only 8 innings. Talking about a ringer for the Cardinals in this bullpen. Yikes. They don't have a good lefty out there. So, they're going to have to pitch there. We'll have to pitch to Dykstra here. This is a tough situation for him. First and third, 2 outs. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch. 3-2 Cardinals. Here's the pitch to Lenny. And that's a strikeout for Carpenter, and he gets him. So Chris Carpenter gets through the 6th inning. It's 3-2 Cardinals. So now the Cardinals will now come up top of the 7th. Eckstein, Belliard, Pujols. You want somebody who's a heavy R in this team. Cardinals don't have many left-handed bats. The big one in Edmonds, who's still with injury. So they're probably going to go, I would think at this point, would be so here is Leach. So Leach will come in. He's making his first appearance. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. I was looking at his reduced stats. So Leach comes in. So he's a right-handed pitcher. Top of the 7th inning against Eckstein, Belliard, Pujols. Carter puts down the sign. Leach with a sidearm to Eckstein. And that's a fly ball center field. Dykstra comes in. Does he make the catch? Yes, he does. First out of the ball game here in the 7th. And now here's Ronnie Belliard. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Carter puts down the sign. Leach looks in. Here's a side armor. And the pitch is a walk. So Belliard works the walk. And here is King Albert. 2 for 3. 2 doubles in the ball game. As the St. Louis Cardinals, again, will try for a big win here. So here we go. Can King Albert do it? Carter puts down the sign. Leach from the stretch. Here comes a sidearm. So they get Pujols out of there. So now here's Belliard. He's Rollins 2 for 3 with an RBI. Average now up to 421. Carter puts down the sign. Leach working for the stretch. Runner on first, 2 outs. Pitch to Scotty Rowland. And that's a line drive caught by Backman to end the inning. Let's get up and stretch. St. Louis 3, New York Mets 2. 3-9-0 for the Cardinals, 2-7-0 for the Mets. Wainwright. It'll be Backman, Hernandez, and Carter. Wainwright's going to keep going. He's has really good stuff. Against lefties, what scares me, Backman doesn't have power, so he's not going to make a mistake there. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter with the wind up the Backman. And there it is. Oh, Backman hits a shot to right field. Wilson on the dive. Can't get it. Goes all the way to the wall. Backman around first. Around second. He hits hard on second. Goes to third. Gets there standing. Stand-up triple Wally Backman. So now the Cardinals again will bring the infield in. And it's going to be Keith Hernandez. So Keith comes in. Big lefty bat. Again, who do the Cardinals depend on if they need someone to come in this ball game? Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the stretch. Runner on third, nobody out. Pitch from Carpenter. And that's a ground ball to first. Pujols looks Backman back, takes it to the bag himself, and there's one away. So now here is the catcher, the kid, Gary Cotter. Carter comes in. Wow, what a ball game, folks. Super teams. Jeff Suppan will take on Bob Ojeda. Now I'll be in game 3 of this series. So it's Carter to bat will keep the field in. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter looks in, gets it. Here's the pitch to Carter. And fly ball shallow center field. This should be a tag up. 1-18 is Backman. Here's the throw by Wilson. Not in time. The Mets tie the game at 3. So Backman scores. It's now a 3-3 ball game. And now here is Strawberry. We had an amazing game between the Giants and Dodgers on the channel. Not many people have even watched it. And it was one of my best games I've ever done. I mean, crazy RJL type crazy. 3-3 in the seventh. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter from the windup. Here's the pitch to Strawberry. Strawberry, deep drive right field. That ball's going to hunt. Gone. Strawberry homers in the seventh, and the Mets lead 4-3. So Strawberry, second homer of the year. Mets lead it 4-3. Going, gone. Goodbye. As Carpenter may have run out of outs himself. Here is Ray I.W. Knight. 1 for 2 with a walk. Molina puts down the sign. Carpenter with the windup. Here's the pitch to Knight. And that's a ground ball back to Carpenter. Easy play for him. Throws him out to end the inning. But the Mets get 2 back. A triple. A long home run by Strawberry. Puts them ahead in the seventh. Let's head to the eighth. Mets 4, Cardinals 3. Wow, what a change of game we've just had here. Eighth. So do it again. Marcion, Wilson, Molina will bat against Leach. And I don't think the Mets will keep Leach in this one. They'll bring in McDowell for the eighth, and they'll have Orozco for the ninth. So here comes Roger McDowell. 6.75 ERA, 1 inning, two walks. Hasn't pitched much in the season. Carter puts down the sign. Encarnacion steps up. Roger McDowell gives the pitch. And that's a struck him out for Encarnacion. 1 out in the eighth, and here's Preston Wilson. I think the Cardinals are going to go for a pinch hitter here. Now the question is where to put this guy. Well, you could put him in 3. You could put him in center. He'd be a 3 in center, and then that would launch him over in. He'd be a 4 in left. Ladies and gentlemen, batting for the Cardinals, Chris Duncan. So Duncan's gonna bat for Wilson here. So Duncan's the hitter. He's been up 1 time. He's had a 2-run bomb. Yes, he has power in that bat left-handed. Duncan to hit, 1 out in the eighth. Carter puts down the sign. Bad matchup for McDowell. He's going to have to be careful here. Here's the pitch. And that's a walk to Duncan, so he's on, and he'll stay in the game because he has to go play the field. And now here's Duncan. Unless the Cardinals got somebody else like to run with, and they can put somebody else in left, I guess they can make it put someone who's not going to be as awful in left. I hate to play Skip Schumacher. He only had 13 at bats. Let's see who else could be. Let's see. John Rodriguez, not bad. 44 at bats at 301. Again, he's a 4. So the question is, sports fans, who do you run with here to give him some more speed? 15. That would possibly be Schumacher, and he'd be a 3, be a little better defender. I hate to bring him in here, but I think he's a better choice. So Skippy Schumacher will come in the game. He'll run, stay in the game. So Schumacher will run here in the eighth. Yadier Molina, the hero of the 2012 League Championship Series, hit the home run that put the Mets to bed in the same year. You remember 2012 that sent the Cardinals to the World Series Championship Series. And Yachty Carter puts down the sign. McDowell from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. 83% says he can steal still. Carter puts down a sign. McDowell. Santana's there. 2 outs here in the eighth. So now here's Yadier Molina. Not Yadi, sorry. Sai Taguchi. Taguchi will stay in there. He's 1 for 3. Runner on first and 2 outs. Carter puts down the sign. McDowell from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 outs. Pitch to the Gucci. Walked him. Cardinals got 2 on and 2 outs. So now Carpenter is done, obviously. So now let's see who the Cardinals will send in. So Aaron Miles has been up a couple times already this year. Well, you know what? The obvious, I think, good choice is it'll be former Angel and 2002 champion Scott Spezio. So Scott Spezio will get a turn at bat here. Spezio will come in. He's got power. He's bat left-handed against McDowell. First and second, 2 outs. Do the Mets go with Orozco with 2 outs here? I think they would turn Spezio around, I think. So let's look at him to make sure. Spezio is a switch hitter, and he is a 1R, so he's a little bit better against righties. Not as he has more power against righties. So you know what? Orozco is going to come in, make the move here. With 2 outs, here comes Davey Johnson. Wiggles the left hand, and you'll get Jesse Orozco here. 0-1, 4.5 ERA, 2 innings of work, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. And unlike RJL, I'll be proactive and probably make the double switch. And he made a double switch tonight, but still, you know what I mean. I have to give him a hard time. Kevin Mitchell will probably have to come in the game and play third base, or Howard Johnson. Let's see, 447. Howard is the 447. Like Mitchell's bat better. So Mitchell will go in, bat ninth, will be the new third baseman. I screwed up again. Hang on, folks, 1 second. Hang on. So Mitchell will come in the game. Ninth position will go play third. New pitcher for the Mets, Jesse Orozco. He'll be in the 6th spot. So Orozco will be in the 6th spot here. So here we go there. That should make it better. So here comes Jesse. Again, no record, 1 hit allowed, 2 walks so far. Turns Spezio around. Doesn't have the power like he does against right-handed pitching. So with 2 outs, first and second, we'll see Spezio can get a big hit here, though. Carter puts down the sign. Orozco from the stretch looks in. It's a +2 for Schumacher to run as he starred in his limited time. Let's see. Do you want to take the bat out of Spezio's hand and try to run? Let's look at Schumacher's rating. Cardinals are thinking about it. He is starred at a 2-9, but a -4. Let's look at the calculation. -4 + 4 is a 0. It's an even up exchange. 1-13 if he gets the lead. Spezio will swing. Carter puts down the sign. Orozco working from the stretch. So let's make sure everything is going well. Anything by David. The 8th, 2 outs. People on their pins and needles here at Shea. 4-3 Mets. Game 2 of this series. Orozco from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Spezio. And that's a ground ball to second. Backman's got it. Fumbles around a little bit. Throws him out and makes the play. So a big out there for Orozco. And he'll look for a 4-out save. So let's see what they'll do. Cardinals are going to have to make some moves here. We're going to go into the bottom of the 8th. One of the better pitchers is going to have to be John Hancock. He'll come in the game. I almost want Wainwright there, but I'm going to wait on it. Or now, you know what? Hang on. We're going to go Brandon Looper here. Has a little more better stuff. So Looper will come in the game. Now the defense. So in the center field will be Skippy Schumacher, as ID Jester would call him. So Schumacher will go in the game, play center. Defense not as bad now. Now you have 3, a 3, and a 2 in the field, no 4s. Bottom of the 8th, 4-3 Mets. It's going to be Heap, Santana, and Mitchell, the bat for the Mets. 4-3, 4-9-0 for the Mets, 3-9-0 for the Cardinals. Molina puts down the sign. Looper from the windup. Here's a pitch to Heap. And that's a strikeout for Brandon Looper. So big strikeout for Looper. Here's Santana with 1 out. Molina puts down the sign. Wind up. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to right. Rafael Santana will continue going 0 for 18. So now here's Kevin Mitchell. Boy, if he had a good start so far, 4 for 9, a double home run, 2 RBIs, gets in the game late, 2 outs in the 8th. Molina puts down the sign. Looper looks in. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center. That's why you have a good center fielder out there. That Schumacher makes the catch, and we head to the 9th. Do the Cardinals have a rally in their bones? It's the Mets 4 and the Cardinals 3. 9-0 for the Mets, 9-0 for the Cardinals. So we're now in the top of the 9th inning. The Cardinals will send up the top of the order, and it will be Eckstein followed by Belliard and then Mr. Pujols. So here we go, top of the 9th. Carter puts down the sign. Orozco looks in. Here's the pitch to Eckstein. And that's a strikeout for Orozco. Big strikeout for Jesse. And now here's Belliard. And now let's see if the Cardinals got somebody else who can swing. And my guess, you would probably go, let's see who they have. We'll maybe go back to Miles again. He can play second base. He's 0 for 2. So Miles will bat for Belliard here with Albert on deck. So Carter puts down the sign. Roscoe with the windup. Here's the pitch to Miles. And that's a strikeout for Miles. And Roscoe gets number 2. 2 outs in the 9th. Mets look to go 3-2. Cardinals look to not go 2-3 on the season. Here's Albert, 2 for 4. Double in the 3rd, double in the 5th. Carter puts down the sign. Orozco looks in. It's 2 outs. Cardinals down to the last out. Here's the pitch. And boom, that's gone. Left field. This game is tied. See ya. Gone. Goodbye. Albert Pujols, a 2-out bomb, just like he did the Brad Lidge. As Pujols rounds 3rd, going, gone, goodbye. 4-4 ball game as Albert Pujols hits the big home run. And we have a 4-4 tie. And now here's Scott Rowland. Wow, the Cardinals tie it with 2 outs in the 9th. King Albert comes through. So now, holy cow. No, Rowland this year likes righties. Carter puts down the sign now. Orozco will stay in for this last out at least. Here's the pitch. Fly ball left field. Heap is there. Makes the catch, and we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Cardinals 4, the New York Mets 4. New second baseman will be Miles. He'll stay in the game. Brandon Looper will stay out there for the Redbirds. Can the Mets walk it off, or will we have free baseball? You know what? I don't like the Cardinal bullpen for lefties, but you got 2 guys who absolutely want righties. So whoever this is didn't have a lot of innings. His name is Johnson. Oh, my God, no. Too much power against lefties. Oh, God. Cardinals are not equipped to have a lefty in his bullpen unless I'm missing somebody. So Looper will stay in. Let's see if anybody else is as good. He's a 1R. You know what? Let's go to maybe Thompson here. Let's see if Thompson's any better. Brad Thompson against lefties is a lot better. So let's go to Brad Thompson. So a little bit better for the Cardinals here. So Brad Thompson comes in, makes his first appearance, and it'll be Dykstra, Backman, Hernandez. Left against Thompson. So bottom of the 9th. Molina puts down the sign. Thompson with the windup. Here's the pitch to Dykstra. And Dykstra, line drive, deep right center field. Schumacher on his horse off the wall. Dykstra in the second, and now Lenny Dykstra is the game-winning run with a double. That's what we had a fear about, and he hit it. So Dykstra's on second. The Cardinals just did not have a lefty to put anyone in there. Yes, that would have been the batter's card, but now we know the New York Met fan is here as we have a good backman 3 for 4 of the triple, single, triple, single. You know what? The Cardinals, three guys. I don't think I can make a change. We'll see if I have the 3 batter minimum here. I don't think I do, but let me see if the move needs to be made. Tyler Johnson, does he come in? Yes, he will. He's a lefty, but he's going to turn Backman around, which is going to make him a lot worse of a hitter. So, but Dykstra can maybe steal third, though, but offset that. And now bring in Tim Tuffle, most likely. So Tuffle will come in and hit. That gets a little worse fielder in the game. So let's see if Tuffle can win it here. And then it'll be Hernandez and Carter. So it could be a one-pitch situation. 4-4, top, bottom of the 9th inning. Dykstra is a game-winning run at second. Molina puts down the sign. Tyler Johnson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that is a ground ball to short right at Eckstein. Looks Dykstra back, throws him out for the out number 1. So now here is Keith Hernandez. So Hernandez comes in. Again, should be in the Hall of Fame. He bats 0 for 3 with the walk. Back in the 6th. What do the Cardinals do? David Vega. David, do you walk Hernandez, your buddy from the old Cardinal team, or do you pitch to Carter, who's not as strong against right-handed pitching, because Hernandez is more of a threat to win this ball game outright? I think I know what I would probably do here with the game on the line. Do you pitch to Hernandez, or do you walk him and you pitch to Carter? Well, actually, Carter's while Hernandez going left on left is better probably to get that game-winning hit against you, I think. Walk him. We'll go with Hernandez you're talking about. So second one out here is Carter. He's got all that power against lefties, though. He has had one. He had one in game 1. Let's see if he can find game 2 here. You know what? And that'll be it. Again, this is not 2024. Pitchers can come, go, get in and get out. In for the Cardinals will be their closer, Adam. Totally will mess things up, I believe, for the Mets. So here comes Waino. First and second, one out. This is a big situation for Wainwright. Molina puts down the sign. Wainwright looking from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Carter. And he hits a shot. Base hit. Carter. Didn't matter. Dykstra around third. He scores. We have a happy New York Met recap. The Mets win by the score of 5-4. So Carter wins it in the bottom of the 9th against Wainwright. Scores Dykstra from second, and the ball game is over. The Mets will go to 3-2. The Cardinals will drop to 2-3. The winning pitcher is Jesse Orozco. Goes an inning and third, gives up a hit, a run, the home run to Albert. But the loss will go to Brad Thompson, who gave up a hit, a run, an earned run. Was the run that was responsible. Carpenter goes 7 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, no decision. Gooden, 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, no decision. Doubles by Pujols, he had 2. Molina, Taguchi, Dykstra. Triples by Backman, home runs by Pujols and Strawberry. In a losing effort, player of game award is going to go to Albert Pujols. He had 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, and the RBI, even though Gary Carter was 2 for 4 and 2 ribbies. But I'm going to give the player of the game to Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols will be with Ralph Kiner in Kiner's corner. As the Mets go to 3-2, and the Cardinals drop to 2-3. Well, folks, this has been a treat. Another fantastic finish. Sorry, David. I know, what a ball game. Sorry about that. For those who have not watched the entire game, go back and watch it. It was a great game, but please go watch this. Cardinals Dodgers are on my channel right now. It's gotten 4 views. I know it's an hour and a half long, but let me tell you, it's one of the most craziest son of a bitch games I've ever played in this game. We know Arthur's, and it goes a while, but it was so worth it. It was a great finish. Go back and watch it if you haven't. Cardinals Dodgers. Again, that was week 2. That was Lincecum and Hershiser. Lincecum was not around too long for this one. Take a go to his channel. He has his games every Saturday night, as he's gonna have his under 2 ERA season. Take it on. That's somebody else again in the previous. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. It's a long game, so if you have nothing to do, watch it. Who do you have for Saturday night again? It's Greinke, I believe, when he was a Dodger. If I guess right, against Jake Arrieta. Absolute monster card. But I'll tell you right now, the Dodger team, they will run like heck on him. Arrieta has absolutely no hold. So it'll be a fun game. I think it's Arrieta Greinke. Arrieta's you can get up against Arrieta on his card. I can tell you right now. If the Cardinals better have a catcher, they better have a hold, because whoever they're playing against, the Dodgers are going to run on him if they can get on base. That's where I kind of favor the Dodgers there, because I just think, but Gary Time Machine presentation of the Strat Super League. Again, this is final score. The Mets with the happy recap win it by the score of